All right. Well, thank you all for showing up this morning. Uh, First, I just want to say thank you, team, for all your hard work. I really appreciate everything that you're doing. Um, Before I go into sales and closings and listings for the week, just wanted to let you guys know that you guys did as a team 34 open contracts. What that means is that there's been 34 uh, contracts or listings in the month of May. So that is like very strong um, if I compare it to other months, because usually we're around like the 20 plus range, but to go over 30 was huge. We have currently 30 pending closings, which is really strong. We usually roughly do around 20 to 25, give or take, for pending closing. So again, it's going to be a strong June. And currently we have 25 active listings, 16 pending, and 5 new listings that was done last week. So kudos to all of you, and thank you for all your hard work. So let's start off with sales, closings, and listings. Does anyone have any sales or closings or listings of last week?
Yeah, I had my first closing last week on the 29th.
Awesome, congratulations. You know, I was looking at your the calendar, and I noticed that your 90 days is next week, a week from today. So kudos to you. Get your first sale and closing within your first 90 days. And you got another contract too. Didn't you on the 23rd?
Yeah. So see how this goes.
He's like, yeah. no sweat, Thomas. I got this.
Shit.
Wow, that's awesome. So tell us how you're doing it.
Just mostly I've been getting the leads through Op City, and then my first sale there was kind of a personal sphere contract. So just working it.
It's working it. Oh, that's awesome. Well, great job. Anyone else with a sale, listing, or closing?
I had 2 closings last week and a contract on Saturday.
Say what? That's Susan?
That's me.
You rock, Susan. 2 closings and a contract. Nice.
Yeah, it was a good week.
Nice work. Yeah, it's a great week, I would say.
Yeah, I'm at the inspection right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, congratulations and great job. Anyone else?
Thanks.
Yeah, it's Ronnie.
Yes.
I got a closing last week. I got a new contract with Brenda last week too, and I think that she have another one by herself.
Awesome. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Sales closings or listings last week?
Whipper and I closed the FSBO, what we did finally after 3 times. We are so glad to be done with that. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Also, we got 2 other leads off that one. We're working with Whipper, showed like 6 houses yesterday, and then I'm re-showing Friday a second time. It's between 2, and then we'll be writing a contract on that one. So that was the lead off the FSBO. So that's pretty cool.
Right on. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Finally got that FSBO closed. But hey.
Oh my God.
Right?
Whipper was agent 1 on that, and let me tell you, she is like, yes, thank you. She's so glad to be done with that one.
I'm sure she is, because that one started off and then switching to another realtor and then getting back to where you got the listing and then the buyer falling out and then putting it back on the thing. Yeah, I followed the whole
thing.
It was crazy.
We officially close tomorrow, but you know it has been a crazy year with this FSBO because it started almost a year ago in July.
Right.
And it's just been crazy. 3 fallen through contracts with him, you know, because of the COVID thing. And it was just, and, you know, I don't know. I think people just forget that they've bought houses before and they forget the steps and what to do and things to ask. And you're constantly having to hold their hands, you know.
Sure.
I just told Andy, I said, I just need to take care of this one. You have to handle the other ones because I can't even handle anybody else because he just took all of my energy. So I'll be glad to be done with him the end of this week.
Sweet. Good luck with that.
Yes, thank you.
Anyone else?
We also have the one we're under contract now on another one to do the close. I think it's the 22nd of this month, and then we'll be listing their house to sell. So we got quite a few off that FSBO. Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. Outstanding. FSBOs do work, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to stick with it. Anyone else? Sales, closings, listings. One more time, one more round. All right, going once, going twice. Andy, you got sales, closings. Two sales for Andy. Congratulations, Andy. All right, so let's talk about the open houses. As you know, we talked a little briefly about this last week, that they're allowing us to do open houses, but I don't know how many of you actually read the NAR guidelines with the do's and don'ts. I really need to read them in regards to, not having a sign-in sheet. We talked about using a Zap as your CRM to gather their information, not passing brochures to them, not using communal pens. So if there's a lot of don'ts due to the COVID-19. So what I wanted to do was we always hear, like, how can we find out where the listings are? How can, who has the listings? How can we go about doing an open house? So I wanted you to do that open house. So can you mute your phone, Amanda? I think that was Amanda. She's on here. That sounded like her. All right. So give me 1 second. I'm going to go to my MLS page and see if I can pull that up for you and show you how to do that. Okay, guys? Give me 1 second. Okay, so when you go into your matrix here, right here where it says My Listings, read later. Okay, My Listings is where you're going to be able to see exactly what your active listings, your expired listings, the office active listings is where you want to go. So right now we currently have 26 active listings. Last week we had 7 new listings. We have 17 pending listings. The company overall, the firm, has an active of 358 listings. So if you click on this is where you can literally go into and you can see exactly who has listings. So let's look at Boyette Park. If we scroll down to the bottom, you can see Gwen Mills. So if you want to do an open house for Gwen, you can go ahead and contact her because all her information is here. As you can see, the listing agent phone number, direct number, and the cell number. So you just can go through those things, and this way you can find out how you go about find out who has a listing if you want to do an open house. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over through the checklist, okay? So for some of you new agents, you may have not done an open house. For some of you that have done an open house, you may know this already. So the open house instructions and preparation, obviously some of this stuff, you have to look at the NAR open house guidelines to make sure that we can do some of this stuff. So I'll tell you what's different. First, if you go into MLS and you see the listing, you want to contact the agent first because the agent needs to know that obviously you're doing an open house, and she also, or he needs to know what day and what time that you want to do the open house. After you do that, you want to send an email to listings@c21d.com. Okay. You want to make an open house flyer, invitation and business builder. 21 online is with a business builder, and you can design a library. If you don't know how to do that, Rose will be glad to show you how to do that. On Monday, if you want to knock on doors right now, you can, but not everyone is really open to that right now. So what's a great way of doing that? You can go to Cole Realty. On Monday at 7:30, we went over the 5510 script, and you can literally just use something like that, and you can let people know that you're doing an open house. So you can give Rose the address of the listing, and then you'll be able to get the surrounding homes with their names and phone numbers, and you can contact them and let them know that there's going to be an open house. Order open house signage. Steve Furman, what you call a sign wizard, and there's his phone number there. So if you guys want to take a quick picture of this, you're welcome to do so. Advertise the open house on social media. Use flyer, event, live video. Verify with listing agent how you can access the property. This is so important. If you don't have an e-key, then you need to go to GTAR. You need to get one. Make sure if there's a combo lock, you need to know the combination. Also find out if it's in a gated community. Ask them, because if it's in a gated community, you're going to need that number to get inside. Make sure the e-key is active. I mentioned that. Print MLS listing form. Also print a broker synopsis for yourself, okay? So this way you can get all the details of the home, the HOA fees, the CDD, the number of bedrooms, the square feet, etc. So you guys know where I'm going with that. Print a synopsis, customer synopsis for your client. Now, this is where you can utilize this and say, listen, I can send you more information by just getting your, if you give me your email address, and I can send you a little bit more things on the home. So that's another way that you can get their name, number, and email address, because right now we can't hand out brochures, okay? Download and email all the attachments. So you want to look at the seller's disclosures, the HOA riders, you know, there's condo fees, anything, the sinkhole remediation data. You want to look at all of that stuff, okay? So you know exactly everything about this home, because you want to be the expert about this home when you're selling it. Now, the great thing about doing open houses is if they come in there without a realtor, then you can interview for the job as a buyer's agent. If they don't like that particular home, guess what? You have now got a new client that you can work with, okay? This also says print a sign-in sheet from the Google Drive. Right now, you're not going to do that. You're going to use your ZAP and your CRM on your phone, and you can put all that information in. That's why you're going to need their name, their number, and their email address. If you like, you can go ahead and preview the comps to see if the home is aggressively priced. Also, too, you can take a profile lifestyle sheet with you. This way, if you want to ask questions, guys, you can get all of that information, because you yourself can take notes. If you haven't read the profile lifestyle checklist, it asks how many bedrooms they have, if they got what type of financing they want to do, they want a 1-story, 2-story, where they want to locate it, and if you guys get a chance, just go ahead and look at that. If someone can mute their phone, I appreciate it. Keep a few emergency items like bathroom tissue, air freshener, small toolkit, hand wipes. I think
tax
have that
return.
anyway.
You're getting one for Illinois for leader track.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 second.
Sorry.
I can mute that individual.
I thought we were on mute.
You're not. And also, always text thank you to your to the people that are attending your open house, to all participants. I know Lauren has done this, and she actually had an out-of-town buyer that came to the open house. They left, and she followed up with a text, and they said the reason why we went with you is because you're the only one that came back and said thank you for coming to the open house. Something so small made a huge effect with that individual. So always put that there, have your signature, your name, and company set up on your text, okay? So just moving along. Any questions on that? Okay. I'm on the screen. Where are you? Okay, so we talked about Zap. Our first sales meeting of the month, I want to start promoting your listings. I mean, you guys are doing a great job at getting listings. So if you want to have your listing promoted with the entire team, please go ahead and send Rose and I your listing, and then we'll give you a couple of minutes to go ahead and promote your listing to the team. Just FYI, Home Partners lease purchase is back. It starts on June 8th. I sent over the email. I forwarded the email that I received from Home Partners yesterday. Our sales meeting at the office, I wanted it to be, I'm looking at the third or fourth week of the month, or the last third or fourth week of the month. And the reason why I say the third, because depending on how it ends on the fourth week, because I know most of you have closing on the last week of the month, I will determine and let you know. But this one falls on June 24th. So if we could all show up at the office and see each other again, that would be awesome. I was in the offices on Monday. I saw a few agents, I think about 4 agents. Yesterday, I know Rose mentioned about it. There was a few agents there as well. But if you want to wear your mask, please do so. Just wherever your comfortability is at with this COVID-19, please, do what you feel is necessary. Also, the COVID-19 acknowledgement, what was sent through via dotloop, I need all of you to sign that before going to the office. It's not a choice in the matter. I need everyone to sign it. Either you're gonna sign it through dotloop, or you're gonna do a wet signature at the desk for where Rose is at the front desk. The other thing too, if you have clients come in, please have them wear a mask. I will have additional masks at the office if they forget one, but please tell them to wear their mask. I mean, safety is so important. Typically the conference room tables are about 8 feet. So, I mean, we can spread out there a little bit, but at the end of the day, for your safety and the safety of all others, please wear your mask. If you're not feeling well, please don't come to the office. Just think about everyone else and think about yourself, because at the end of the day, in order for us to do our job, we have to be healthy, okay? So moving on, I want to talk about how to be the best you can be. I did this meeting probably about 3 years ago, and I was just looking at things because, as you can see, with the pandemic and the social injustice and just so many different distractions and everything that's going around right now, sometimes we can find ourselves caught up in a lot of things, and our mindset has to be right in order to do what we do, and you have to find out what's the first thing you do in the morning. Some people pray, some people meditate, some people go work out. Whatever that thing is, it needs to be something positive. There's a study that says that if you read 3 minutes of the news, there's 27% chance that you're going to have a bad day, or it increases 27% that you're going to have a bad day, just because of the things that goes inside your head, okay? So let's talk about the 7 rules of life. 1, is you need to make peace with your past so it won't disturb your future. 2, what other people think of you is none of your business, right? The only person in charge of you is your happiness. Your happiness is you. Don't compare your life to others. Comparisons is the thief of joy. Time heals almost everything. Give it time. Stop thinking so much. It's all right not to know all the answers. And smile. You don't own all the problems in the world. So I thought that was really cool to have to share with you. So knowing who you want to be, right? Be aware of the kind of person you strive to be. Know who you want to be and be that person, right? Make a list of most important qualities in your personality. If you find yourself deviating from these qualities, slow down and regain your composure, right? For example, if you want to be a more patient person, come up with a plan to practice patience in stressful times just by counting to 10, right? That's something I have to do sometimes because I'm sometimes not the most patient person. So I have to breathe, inhale, exhale, right? Everybody knows my wife laughs. Everybody knows their pros, what their flaws are, right? You have to be honest with yourself. So this is something I feel that we all need to do, right? Is set achievable goals, right? When your goals are specific and achievable, you are more apt to meet them and feel good about it, right? On the other hand, if your goals are vague and unrealistic, you are likely to become frustrated and forgo all your goals. So when we think about your goals, you think you have your personal goals, and then you also have your career goals, right? So if you want to make a certain amount of money, it needs to make sense. It just can't be just a random number. You have to take that goal or that dollar amount, and you have to say to yourself, what am I going to use this for? What do I need it for? Because if you have a need for it and you maybe want to, reward yourself with something, it has a little bit more meaning and more impact, and it will make you strive to get that goal versus saying, I want to make $10,000 this month. Well, what are you going to do with the $10,000, right? How much are your bills? What's left over? If it's $10,000 that you want to make, but you only have $2,000 or $3,000 of bills, what are you going to do with the other $7,000? So it has to have some type of meaning, some impact in order for you to go after it. So let's prepare for success. 1, eliminate things that stress you out and slow you down. Let's take out all the naysayers, all the negative stuff that's going on in your life, right? Put that to the side, put it behind you, and just put your best foot forward and look for positivity. Try to be one step ahead instead of a step behind. Being prepared will help you feel prepared and less overwhelmed. One thing I do when I do go over the coaching calls, I always say, do you have a schedule, right? With your schedule, you're going to tell me the number of days that you're going to work, the number and what days your hours are going to be, your doors are going to open, and what time are you going to close. But more importantly, what are you going to do when it's open and when it's closed, right? Are you going to have 1 hour or 2 hours of prospecting? Then maybe you might have another hour or 2 to do follow-up, and then you might have another hour, 2 or 3 hours to do to go on appointments, right? You need to break that up and set yourself up for success, because as an entrepreneur at 1099, we have to create structure for ourselves. Otherwise, you're just going to be like all over the place, right? So create routines for yourself that promote success. Prepare for the next day and the night before. I think this is crucial. If you want to make calls, you should have your call list at the minute that you say that you're going to open up your doors, and that's what you're going to do. Don't start working on your call list the same day that you're going to make the call. Have your list ready, and then you can start dialing for dollars, right? If they use this example as laying out your clothes or packing your lunch. Exactly. I could remember being living with back in the days of living with my mom, she was like, get your clothes out at night, you know? Get your clothes at night, everything is ironed, pressed, and ready to go for the next morning. It's the same routine, right? So this way we already ahead of the game, okay? Stop procrastinating. Get your work done before any deadlines. Don't wait till the last minute. We all know what needs to be done, so let's just do it. You know, don't fight the inevitable. Come prepared to the meetings, right? You know, when we have these meetings, I can't see what everyone's doing, but you know, are you taking notes? Do you have a pen and paper, or you have your phone where you can take a snapshot of the point of the PowerPoint? You know, come prepared. Keep in mind that success is not a straight line. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you know this, right? We're of adult age. We know that there's challenges in life, right? Well, there's challenges in what we do, and it's going to be up and down. I mean, you just heard Whipper and Andrea talk about that FISBO, almost a year. I mean, like, yeah, that was not a straight line. That was some serious ups and downs, but they stuck through it. They, you know, they strapped on tight and they got the job done. You will sometimes have setbacks. This is all part of progressing towards your goal. There's going to be some deals, some appointments that you're going to make where people are going to say, guess what? I'm no longer interested. There's going to be deals where it's not going to be anything to do with you, and someone's going to file their taxes, and their net profit is actually a lot lower than what they said, because when they told the loan officer, they was based on their growth, right? So there's a lot of different things, and now their DTIs is all messed up. It's going to be some setbacks. That's the nature of the business. But you have to remember that if you continue doing the things you need to do consistently every day, you're still going to be okay. And I believe this wholeheartedly. Surround yourself with those on the same mission as you, right? We're talking about like-minded people. This is why we do what we do every single day, because with starting your day out from 8:30 to 9:30 on a positive note, gathering information that's going to help your skill or give you knowledge. These are the things that you need to do so you can start off your day the right way. So let's talk about positive people. Find friends that support you or whom you admire. Surround yourself with positivity. In this business, if you're not making money, people are quick to tell you to go find something else to do, right? If you've been in this business a year, you haven't made any money, then maybe they might be telling you the truth, right? You might need to go find something to do because you really not applying yourself, right? But at the end of the day, if you're really working hard and you're giving it your all, you need that reinforcement to say, you know what, it's gonna work. Just keep doing. Don't give up. Spend less time with friends that are always negative and not productive. You know, everybody got one of those friends that just talk smack, right? They never doing anything. Like everything is negative. You know, their life is sucks. There's always complaining. Pump the brakes on them. You know, hey, I love you, but you know what? I gotta go. I can't just get caught up in this, right? Learn from people that are trying to be the best version of themselves. I think that there was an agent that was asking me about another agent, and I said to her, I said, you know what? Pick up the phone. Go give that person a call. See what's working for them, what they're doing. You know, you can always just network and just get some information of things that's working for other people. Because I could tell you, in our office, everyone is really, really down to earth. Everybody has a helping hand, and they're willing to share whatever they have to help you. And that's one thing I love about our team. You know, we're here for each other. Be a source of positivity for those friends as well. So not only are we going to be around positive people, but we ourselves want to be positive as well. Okay. And lastly, never quit. Right? It's the easiest cop out in the world. Set a goal. Don't quit until you attain it. You just got to go after it and say, I want this. I want to make it happen. And this is why I talk about our why. Our why has to be so strong that we're you have to make it happen. When your back is against the wall, what are you going to do, right? This is an outlet. This is an opportunity to make money, to help others, build relationships with people. I mean, real estate is huge, what we do for others, right? We're that small part of someone's biggest financial purchase. And at the same time, we can become a friend with them, right? We build a relationship with them to a point where they love us so much that they start sending us people, right? They said that one client is worth $130,000. And you think about it, that person that you sold a home to is going to have to sell. They're going to maybe want to buy another home. They're going to have a friend or family member or someone that's going to refer you to. So we got to make sure that we're taking care of these people, and then we're setting our goals, and we're not giving up, okay? When you attain it, set another goal. Don't quit until you reach it. So get that one goal, boom, I'm going to go for another one. This is why in the beginning of the year, what did? We did our vision board, right? Because we have those goals. So as soon as you start replacing some of those goals or achieving those goals, let's put something else on that vision board to go after. Failure is never quite as frightening as regret. Have you ever done something where you just like, damn, I wish I didn't quit. I wish I stuck to it. You know, maybe it was you was going on a diet and you were there. You had like maybe like 10 more pounds to go, and you just like, you know what, this sucks, man. I'm ready to eat my cupcakes and my, you know, whatever it may be, right? And then you look at yourself, he's like, I almost was there, right? You don't want that feeling, right? Just keep pushing, keep pushing, because winning means you're willing to go longer and work harder than anyone else. Okay, guys? I really want to just kind of, you know, give you guys a little mindset thing to today, some positive energy, because all the distractions and things that's going on in the world. Also just sharing with you with the open house and how to go about doing all of those things, because usually Chris used to send out an email list in regards to the open houses. So now that list is not there, now you know how to go out there and find, 348, I think, listings that the company has. So you have a big part of a company that you can just pick and choose any listing that you want to do. So any questions? Anyone? Rose, you have something to share. Are you there, Rose? I said, do you have something to share? I can't hear you. You need to put your audio on. We can't hear you. Okay, so we'll just keep it moving on. Okay, so in 30 seconds or less, we want you to give us a takeaway real quick. Eileen.
Stop thinking so much. You don't have to have all the answers.
That's awesome. Thanks, Eileen.
Also, just a shout out to Mike Puma for those Happy Agent podcasts. Excellent.
Excellent, right?
Excellent. It really gives you a real life scenario of, you know, everyone's journey. So thank him for that.
Thank you. Thank you. You're 100% right. It's so nice to hear the different backgrounds and testimonies and different trials and tribulations that people have gone through to be where they're at, and let you know that, you know what, it's okay, right? Yeah. I can do this.
And the content that he's sending through to just for us just to post like on LinkedIn or whatever, it's extremely helpful too. So those,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you. Welcome. Andrea, 30 seconds or less.
Focus, do a schedule. Time is critical and make the best of it.
Awesome. Amy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you got a red screen.
I know I have my taco. I have my Eat Taco sweatshirt on today, so I covered my screen.
Okay.
Here, I'll show you guys. Eat tacos. Taco Wednesday, everybody.
Taco Wednesday.
My takeaway was Susan Sales. I'm so proud of her.
That's awesome. I am too. Thank
Yeah.
you. Terry.
My biggest takeaway is about the open houses. It's great to know that you can reach out to these people and help out like that.
Awesome. Awesome. Is it Amanda? Is that you? iPhone. I'm not certain who that. Susan, take away.
Just perseverance. You know, everybody has a bad day once in a while, but you know, you just have to get over it and keep going, and you know, you don't give up. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they said that there's a science of happiness. That there are some people that's always happy, right? Then there's some people that, you know, have to work on being happy. But they said that 30% of people that are happy has a 30% increase in sales and 31% increase in productivity. Positivity. Rose, you can speak now, huh?
Sorry, guys, my apologies. I was on the other phone, and that phone had to be, it said, go to settings and turn on your mic, and I had a hard time, so I just logged in from my second phone. I don't have anything to add. You covered a lot of good points today. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Jennifer, take away, 30 seconds or less.
Never quit and just keep pushing. And we'll
Awesome.
talk a little bit more about that during our coaching call today.
Sweet. Esther. Can you speak, Esther? Okay. Sean.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. Quitting is the worst thing in the world. You know, I have nothing but regret for the for the few things that I have quit in my life, and if I could go back and redo them, I'd do them in a heartbeat. And you know, just one thing real quick, just wanted to mention from a couple meetings ago, the
Sure.
American Lifestyle magazine. I actually got it as my profile picture now. That came in, you know, they did a great job all the way through the process. The magazine's cool, and I've given it out to a few people so far, and they love it. So it's given a little bit of an impact on them. So something to definitely look into. Good for the money.
All right, sweet. Thanks for sharing.
Yep.
Kenya.
Yes, my takeaway is to keep going, and also about the open houses. I love that. I could do that.
Awesome. Whipper said that there's a, if you look in your chat, 5455 Silver Run in Apollo Beach needs an open house if anyone's interested. So you can contact Whipper. Actually, here's Whipper now. Whipper, your takeaway, 30 seconds or less.
I'm just glad that we're getting back to normalcy. And the office being open. I just feel like when this happened, I just feel like I'm like back again because, you know, I know that we were allowed to go into the office and stuff and do whatever, but with everybody being a little bit more cautious and stuff, it makes you feel like you're hindering your work. But now that we got the go ahead, I just feel like I'm here. I'm back.
Sure. Absolutely. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Holly.
Time to get back out there and get my open houses going again.
There we go. I think, Esther, are you able to speak now?
She had typed no on the chat.
I don't know why. She worked last week. Okay. Said keep going, keep staying in touch with my old clients is paying off. Okay. Did I miss anyone? It's so funny though, because as soon as I say takeaway, people just start dropping off. Oh my God. I'm trying to figure out a way I can just like get around that. So I can keep everybody. I mean, we started off with like 21, 22 people, and now it's down to like 13, 14
Oh,
people.
wow. Jennifer's
We need a
laughing.
we need a shout out for the ones that always stay.
Yeah, shout out to all the ones that stayed. You know what I'm gonna say? I got it. We're gonna say that there's like a really important like bonus or something. So if you don't stay, you're gonna miss out. All right.
Right at the
That'll
end.
make 'em
That's
stay.
funny.
Yeah, but Thomas, you got to keep it to 30 seconds because some people talk a long time and then I got to go, right? So,
Right.
or
Yeah,
you know it,
30
it's
seconds.
longer than your meeting was.
This is true. That's why I did the 30-second thing. Kenya, your takeaway.
I
30
already
seconds or less.
spoke.
Okay.
I already spoke.
Did you?
Yes, I
What?
said about the open houses and to keep going.
Okay, awesome. Thanks again. All right, team. I believe I got everyone. And listen, we finished, 47 minutes early today. So go out there, kick some butt, make it happen, and I'll chat with you guys. And if you have questions or need some coaching or whatever it may be, give me a call. Take care, guys.